right away we bonded over music. Hip-hop, electronic, beatboxers we like. And it took me some getting comfortable with him a bit, but I beatboxed and he seemed impressed. He actually kind of wondered why I didn't say anything earlier, because the first day I met him we went to Coney Island. He brought his sound system and met up with some rappers there. I was just taking photos at the time. The thing is, I'm very amateur at beatboxing in the scope of things. I'm okay, but I don't take it seriously enough. Zord's on this other level, though. I don't have the precision and technique down like he does. And me beatboxing in the shower is one thing, but performing to a crowd, especially a crowd of New Yorkers, is a different thing entirely. He's from France. This was his first time in the country, and he was only here a couple weeks. So after meeting him, I decided to go back to my apartment upstate to grab my video camera. I didn't know what I wanted to capture exactly, but I was just going with my gut, and I think it worked out because I was constantly being reminded why I felt compelled to come back to the city. It's these little interactions and moments with people. Like, shit just happened when I was with him, and that's not usually how my life is. He knew enough English to get by, but he really just talked to people through music. In the 1980s, hip-hop was gaining this momentum, and through that came human beatboxing. And I've seen it firsthand. It connects people. It's music in everybody's hands. You don't need an instrument, you don't need money. It's music that's accessible to everybody. It's just this raw thing that anyone can do if you actually dedicate yourself to it. And it's bigger than New York now. This thing's huge. I mean, it started small, Bronx and in Harlem, people like Dougie Fresh. And now you got a guy like Zord who performs in the subways in France. And he flew here for a few reasons, but what it really seemed like to me was that he was kind of here to pay respect. Respect to this craft that he's now engrossed himself in. Most of us aren't willing to pursue our passions, even when gifted the privilege and accessibility to. We always tell ourselves that we can't do it, that there's always a reason not to, whether it's not stable or it's not profitable. But I meet this guy, right? He's breaking the bank just traveling here, so he's practically broke, relying on street performing to buy permits and chicken over rice. He knows just enough English to survive here, but not a lot more than that. Most people would characterize this as being reckless. But fuck that. He has it more together than most of us. He's actually doing what he loves, something he's passionate about, making honest human connections with people. I mean, being here was significant to him. He'd tear up because he was overwhelmed by just physically being in the city. New York was this romantic thing to him. And it was infectious how emotional he was. I mean, I've been in this city a handful of times at this point, but it was different around him. It felt like I was seeing New York for the first time again.
Je suis venu à New York, j'ai vu New York, et j'ai joué à New York. Le beatbox, que je pratique, cet art qui est né ici, dans les rues du Bronx, m'a permis de lutter contre le syndrome de Gilles de la Tourette, que j'ai depuis l'âge de 8 ans. Mais quand j'ai commencé le beatbox à 15 ans, ça m'a permis de canaliser l'énergie négative du syndrome et de la transformer en énergie positive du corps à travers le beatbox. Et donc, mon rêve est réalisé dans le sens où je suis venu jouer cet art là où il est né. Et je trouvais que c'était une belle façon de remercier cet art qui, lui, m'a aidé à devenir quelqu'un de bien. Sans cet art, ma vie n'aurait pas été la même. J'ai réalisé mon rêve. Ça y est.
Sur la vidéo. Ça rend bien en vrai.
Ah, c'est bien le format.
Ça rend bien en vrai, mais je sais pas sur la vidéo.
Ouais.
Non mais attends, ça fait pas.